Welcome back to the wonderful world of dodgy movies and TV. I am your host, movie and TV Mistress, and continuing this month, I am reviewing Jeffuary, because it's Jeffuary. So this film doesn't actually star anybody called Jeffuary. It is literally called Jeffuary. So what's it about? Shall we have a look at the trailer?
Jeffuary, you are being ridiculous.
Can you tell if you're having a nervous breakdown?
This sex thing has got completely out of hand.
Dad, I've stopped having sex.
Jeff stopped having sex.
No sex? You mean just safe sex?
My dear, what you need is a relationship.
A relationship? And shoes.
Steve.
Jeffuary?
Jeff. If you had a boyfriend, then you could relax.
How about phone sex?
What?
Jeffuary, you're beginning to have a problem.
Oh, Fred, let's help him out. Sweetheart, what are you wearing?
Jeffuary, listen to reason.
Dad, I'm not gonna have phone sex with you and Mom.
Jeffuary!
Oh, and what about this person, Steve?
From the first second I saw you, I fantasized about you, letting you do things to me that I have only permitted with 5,000 other men.
I mean, Jeffuary, it's just sex.
You know, in a better world, I could ask you to square dance.
Oh, look, a wholesome gay couple.
Just so there's no surprises, I'm HIV positive.
You should have told me.
I did.
Well, sooner, before things happen.
Oh, before I kissed you.
Yeah. And I'm sorry that life is suddenly radioactive.
Of course life sucks. It always will, so why not make the most of it? How dare you not lunge for any shred of happiness?
How about tomorrow night?
I'm working till 10.
Afterwards.
Well,
Oh, come on. You're gay, you're single.
It isn't pretty.
yes.
Yes!
Table for two?
It's my decision. I get to be Jeffuary.
Oh, what do you want?
Jewelry.
Okay, so as you can see, this is from 1995. It stars Steven Weber as a gay man who is now afraid to have sex because of the AIDS virus or epidemic, whatever you want to call it. Understandable. Sex becomes unfun when you could die from it, I guess. No, it's it's like it's playing like Russian roulette with a loaded gun, literally. So who do we have? We've got Patrick Stewart as his best friend. You've got Michael T. Weiss. You might remember him if you ever watched a show in the 90s called The Pretender, which was kind of like The Fugitive, but with a guy with special skills of being able to do anything, because he could pretend to be anything. Hence The Pretender. You've got Steven Weber as Jeffuary. Steven Weber at this point was probably most well known for being in Wings and being very, very straight in that, but he does an excellent job of playing a gay man, as does Patrick Stewart. So, yay. You get a guy who dresses up in a cat outfit, which is perfect right now considering Cats is out.
Eyeball.
Anyway. You have cameos galore in this film. It's ridiculous when you sort of watch it. You sit there going, okay, who else is going to turn up? Of course Nathan Lane, because, well, if you're going to have a gay priest, why not have Nathan Lane?
Nathan Lane! Nathan Lane!
You've got Kathy Najimy, who at this point was on the verge or possibly doing Hocus Pocus, so she's not doing anything different. You've got Olympia Dukakis, because, you know, if you're going to do a movie about gays, you're going to have Olympia Dukakis in it. And randomly, Sigourney Weaver.
Why not?
Because she needs to be somebody that, you know, people go to and ask, how do I deal with stuff? And she's like one of those, she's like that guy that...
A life guru.
That's it, life guru. Like that guy Terence Stamp played in Yes Man. Or that famous one that I don't know the name of.
Now, what's up?
Well, I just broke up with my boyfriend.
Well, we've all been there, haven't we?
With my boyfriend?
Spill, baby.
Well, Josh and I lived together for, I'm sorry, this is hard.
It's okay.
For about 4 years. And then he lost his job. And then we just started really arguing all the time. And then he tried to hit me with the car. My car, you know.
Whoa. Man.
But I still love him.
Okay. Okay, let me cook on this. It sounds to me like you've got a problem with everybody's favorite. Low self-esteem. Of course, I don't know you. Maybe you should have low self-esteem.
I just really want a relationship.
You want a relationship?
She's very rude, very authoritative, but amazingly funny. But we all knew that. If you've seen Ghostbusters, you knew she was funny. This film is based on a play. And on stage probably makes perfect sense when you see it in a theatre. But as a film, you feel a bit confused at the start. Because he's breaking the fourth wall, which is fine. We are okay with fourth wall breaks. But then the fantasies, it's difficult to tell until the end that it's a fantasy or if whose fantasy it is. There's one fantasy that I wasn't entirely sure whose fantasy it was or if it was, it got confusing. But it's a beautiful story and it's a romantic comedy about one guy who loves the other guy and the other guy does love him and wants to be with him, but he's terrified of sex. And the one guy that loves him, Michael T. Weiss, loves this Steven Weber, has HIV. So it's destined to end badly. The same way that Patrick Stewart's husband in the film, who's in the cat outfit, he also has AIDS. So it is all destined to end tragically. It's a tragic comedy. But the whole thing is, life is like that. We are all going to die in the end at some point. Why not have some fun in between? So it's about just going with it and just having fun and being happy in the moment rather than thinking about, oh my god, this person's going to die. If we all thought about it, whoever we're with is going to die sometime. It's true. So it's a romantic comedy with a bit of tragedy thrown in. It makes you cry, it makes you cheer and laugh, and it's very 90s. It feels like a kind of gay Sex and the City. It's one that is kind of forgotten about. It's also one that I'm sure I've seen Patrick Stewart in a pink shirt, but he does wear a pink polo, but I was so certain that it was a pink silk or satin type shirt, but it's a pink t-shirt. Anyway, Patrick Stewart does a great job of playing a gay man. Probably got some hints and tips from his best mate, Sir Ian McKellen, I'm guessing.
Darling!
Considering he proposed to him, so...
Darling!
If you get a chance, I do recommend that you do watch Jeffuary. It is actually a really good, well-scripted, well-rounded story. It was a very good play and is kind of forgotten about, unfortunately, because we all seem to think that AIDS has gone away or it's got better because it's not in the news as much and they've got medicines they can take. They take these medicines in this film. Doesn't mean you're not going to get sick. It still needs to be looked at and it still needs to be thought about. So check it out. It's a great film and some great acting, and Steven Weber as a leading man does a great job. And I think shortly after this he did The Shining, so yay! So thanks for watching. Next week will be another video, possibly for Jeffuary, I'm not sure. So check it out, and remember what I always say, there's a lot of dodgy films out there. So remember to hit the subscribe button over here. Thank you. Hit that notification bell that's over there. It'll notify you when I upload. Comment down below, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all links in the description, and I will see you all again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
And engage.